So I've just woken up, I've got crazy hair, it's time for some coffee because today we have a very exciting hike planned. We're going to be knocking out a little bit over 13 miles at a local park where there are giants.
We're Lauren and Daniel, travel addicts, small business owners, and now full-time Airstream dwellers. We're on a mission to visit all 50 states in 365 days, shopping 100% American-made and as locally sourced as possible. It's our hope that as we share our journeys with you, you'll be inspired to wander local too.
I love to make stovetop coffee. My grandmother used to make stovetop coffee growing up, so for me it's just kind of been one of those things that I've done my entire life. She used to make Bustelo, and I just remember the smells of the coffee, and we'd have it after basically every meal. Get on there! There we go. That's good.
All right, we are ready to go for our hike. And not only that, y'all are gonna be really proud of us. We have actually figured out how to lock the Airstream. Apparently, lefty, locky, solid. In planning our trip to Kentucky, I asked some friends about where we should go. When someone mentioned a forest with wooden giants, I was surprised to discover that it was less than 2 hours from where I grew up. How did I not know about this? With over 500,000 visitors each year, the Bernheim Arboretum and Research Forest has over 16,000 acres of land and is home to 3 wooden giants. It's the perfect place to connect with nature and tap into the wonder of your inner child.
The trail is called Millennium Trail. It's set as difficult. Approximate time of completion is 6 to 7 hours. 13 to 14 miles. There's a halfway point, which is helpful here at mile 7 near Paul's Point Circle. Considering most things are closed right now, I can't imagine there would be much there except for maybe some porta potties and things like that, but that's about it.
Because the forest is so large, we actually had to drive to the trailhead, but it's hard to complain when it's this pretty.
About to start our hike. It looks like there's a check-in here before we get started and some instructions, probably warnings, don't do this, don't do that, be more prepared than we probably are. That's just not us. So we'll figure it out along the way. Very start of the trail, a fork in the road. The question is, which way do we go? It's a little bit confusing here. The trail sign says straight ahead, but I feel as if we're gonna go counterclockwise. We have to start off down this path. I'm thinking we just kind of went the long way.
Although we still hadn't found the start of our trail, we did find our first giant, baby niece. The giants found their way to Bernheim Forest for the garden's 90th anniversary. They were crafted by Copenhagen-based artist Thomas Dambo and are made from recycled materials, including bourbon barrel staves, scraps from the Louisville Slugger Museum, and fallen trees. The 3 giants who reside here are part of a fairy tale written by the artist that shares a story about the love of a family.
We totally screwed up. Legitimately not supposed to see the giants until the very end of this journey. Giants here. We're supposed to be going down this trail, but giants, bad sign. Trail this way. So apparently we must have missed the left. This is not good. A good sign, because that means our navigation skills super suck. And if this is the last video of us, well, just know that that's how we went out, doing what we loved, but really sucking at navigation.
Well, we found our missed lift. How far have we gone so far, Daniel?
We have gone 0.85 miles. And this was at the starting point. It's like camouflaged in. You can barely see the entrance of the trail over there. There should be some kind of like, welcome to Las Vegas signage out here or something so you can see it, but there's nothing, so it's not our fault. And there are some like yellow shapes on trees. And I don't know what that stuff means. So if you're watching this and you know what like the different shapes are in trees, there's like triangles and squares and rectangles and stuff, please let us know, because we don't know.
It looks like it may get a little more rugged from here. There are over 2,100 different species of animals here. And this is the first little guy that we've seen. Isn't he cute?
One of the many pros to being in a park first thing in the morning is that there are so few tourists. And you're typically one of the only ones on the trail. One of the cons to that, of course, is that you're the first one on the trail. So you typically walk through a couple of spider webs every now and then, and
Or like every 5 seconds.
well, like every 5 seconds. So Lauren's resorted to using a stick to swat away any potential spider web threats. I'm not as flexible as he is. Okay, made it. What do you think of that?
So beautiful.
Check this out. Wow.
Woohoo! We made it to the halfway point. Check this out.
I'm clocking in 7.64 miles, and which is probably a little bit over, but we took some detours. But it is definitely time to grab a snack.
So, we really like these little Cliff Bars. They're made in California, and they're super yummy. And you can actually understand what all the ingredients are on the back, which is important. We made it to 7, but for us it's more like 8 because we went the wrong way first, like 10 minutes. That's okay. Ah, look, a helpful arrow. This trail, they defined it as rudimentary, but seriously, I mean, I think this is as rudimentary as we've done before, but it's really neat.
Shortly after, the path was as clear as it had been all day. We got a genius idea to take advantage of it and jog, but I think we're gonna have to work on our running and filming skills.
Okay, so we got a little overzealous because we really enjoyed the running part of it, and we lost our markings on the trail. So we're now we have to do some backtracking and figure out where that offshoot was that we just missed.
At least those little yellow markers are coming in handy.
That's true.
Good news, we found it. We only had to walk back like 5 minutes. These triangles, godsend. But truthfully, check this out. It's like straight up and down.
9 miles in.
2/3 of the way there.
Yep, got another 4.5 to go, and then we're done. Whew.
Do you see the other?
Yeah, right there.
I see that one. Do you see the next one?
Yeah. It's over here. The trail used to be here, but now it's not. Man, upstairs decided to turn this into an obstacle course because there's a lot of obstacles right now. But that's okay. That's why we're here. We're going to overcome those obstacles.
We're just a little past the 10-mile mark, And we have actually found a cemetery up here. It's beautiful.
Truth time. Throughout the first 2 hours, I was looking down because I was worried I was gonna step on a snake, or just I had all of these fears about just running into a snake. I don't like snakes. And after the first few hours, you kind of just say, screw it, you just, who cares, right? We just passed a couple of hikers. I've already seen 2 snakes on the trail, one of which was a rattlesnake. And I'm fairly certain I saw a rattlesnake on the trail. Gonna run the opposite direction as fast as I can. After I grab Lauren, of course. But that's what's gonna go down. Does that look like?
More Stairmaster.
Oh my gosh, that is like the staircase from hell up there.
I will say, compared to our last long hike in Tennessee, I think this one may be a little more challenging, because the great thing about a hike to the top of the mountain is once you get to the top, it's halfway there and all the rest is downhill.
I guess there are no mockingjays in this forest. Lost the trail, but there's a handy sign here. Okay, gotta piece together a little arrow there. There we go. It was like, I think we're supposed to go this way. So dang tired. Seriously. Just because I can run far doesn't mean I'm any good at hiking. I actually suck at hiking, but I'm working on it. So that should be encouraging if you're watching this, because you just have to start. Get out there, explore, you'll get better at it. We're not like naturally gifted hikers by nature, so you just have to start.
Keeping going. We have officially done a half marathon and there is going to be no medal. I feel a little disappointed about this. All of the hills, even to the end.
She loves hills.
I hate you if you're running. Okay.
Don't you love hills?
No.
Don't you love hills?
No.
Yeah! I think we've covered about 2,500 feet of elevation according to my watch. And it just keeps going. Doesn't seem to stop, but we're getting close to the finish. And that feels amazing.
Folks, this is the truth of what that looks like after Daniel decided to do that.
There's a million things I'm gonna blame it on, but I've got nothing right now. I'm just tired. Our poor map. Yes. It's been maybe somewhere around here. Then we'll have to make our way up this road here and then back down. No, oh, God, offshoot here, then back down. We're getting there.
Honey, the arrows are over here. Handy dandy arrows. Hey, I'm done! Oh, that hurt more than I thought it would. We're like 200 yards from the finish line. Thoughts?
If we showed up at a campground like this, or hiking location, and there were 10 hikes, and you told us one of them was level difficult or extreme or dangerous, it's most likely the one we're going to sign up for, which is what we did today. I think there are many hikes here, so don't be discouraged if you see this and you're like, there's no way I could do this, because there are plenty of hikes in this beautiful park. We just always take on the most challenging hikes, and
Now our legs hurt.
and
We are ready for chill time back in Airstream hardcore. I can't believe he's jogging to the end. We did it, we did it, we did it. Which also means that we get to sign the board and tell them we did not die.
We covered 15.21 miles on a 13.75 mile hike.
And we are back to having the conversation about how crappy our navigation skills are.
And it took us almost 7 hours, 6:55. We'll get better at this.
But we did it. And no matter how bad our legs hurt, I feel pretty proud of us today.
Our day wouldn't have been complete without the chance to see the final giant, Mama Loumari. As you can see, she's social distancing right now, but it doesn't make her any less magnificent. If you find yourself near Louisville, Kentucky soon, make sure you don't miss Bernheim Forest and her giant residence. Whether you choose a day of hiking like we did, or just want to walk the 1 mile trail to see the giants, it is worth the trip.